Why do you think more buildings are being abandoned in town?
I think every building, just like every person, ultimately reaches a stage in its life where it's expensive to keep up and maintain. And sometimes even a treasured old building might have too many strikes against it to repair without throwing more money toward it than it's worth. Um, there's also,
The utilities hurt.
you've got another strike against you, the construction of 64 bypass is going to bring some businesses out where the cars go by.
How have you noticed the population change since you've been here?
Well, I just got here about an hour ago. But
But you've
Oh.
known about us
Oh,
for
since I've
years,
known.
decades.
you're larger, the huge new banks and such show that you're a growing community. The smaller towns face more of a struggle, and if you were out at Cypress Inn or Lutz, I don't know what the population changes in a place like that. So this county has targeted some very important businesses to keep these towns alive, and targeting not-for-profits like the Columbia State Division. Yeah, that's been some years, but it's helped keep some vitality in a town like Clifton that, say, someone like Saltillo just doesn't have. So.
You think small towns should change with the world or stay the way it is?
Oh, I love this, the authentic.
Oh, you've got to be genuine. If you just become a strip mall town with no character, it might be good for some of you to have a place to go, rent a video. Do people still do that?
To keep it real, keep it authentic. Don't try to, I don't think you're changing, I think you're adapting. You have to do enough to keep up, because one of the things we're struggling with right now is lack of broadband. And we have people that want to move here from all over, but they have to have high-speed internet to be able to still do their jobs. They can do their jobs from home, but they have to have that. So that's, as far as modernizing, that's number one, we have to, because otherwise we're gonna start losing our existing residents if we don't. But as far as trying to change yourself and fit this perfect little mold so we can be like this next community that's doing so good, I don't think so. I think we need to keep it real and stay authentic.
Do you think more buildings are being abandoned in town?
Yes. The only thing really on the east side of Main Street is the People's Bank now. As far as what you'd call the Clifton proper. All the little shop buildings and everything have been closed, torn down, and the bank has expanded to make up room to where those shops used to be.
How have you noticed the population to change since you've been here?
Okay, it's my understanding that depending on how they want it to look on paper, Clifton can count the population of the prison and the work camp. Okay, I personally don't include them as Cliftonians. Clifton itself is about the same as it's always been, in my opinion. You have roughly 25 kids who graduate from Frank Hughes every year, and that includes 1967 when I graduated.
Do you think that Clifton should modernize?
Modernize? Well, sure. To be specific on that, though, I think I'd need a more specific question. I I don't want Clifton to become an industrial boomtown or something. It would lose its charm, obviously. And you're talking to an old-time Cliftonian, and I kind of like it the way it is. But yes, we do need jobs to keep people here. Especially college kids. You know, you go to college, you can't really come back to Wayne County and get a great job.
Do you think the town has changed negatively or positively over the years?
Positively. Education is more important than it used to be. When I was a kid, we didn't have a police department. Might have one cop, kind of like on Mayberry or something, you know. Then, you know, we have better water, hopefully, than we did back then. And we do have a police department now. But I still like the atmosphere of knowing who everybody is. But meanwhile, with CCA especially, there's a lot of people in Clifton I don't know anymore. Because they've moved in from Hardin County, Decatur County, Perry County, whatever. And I did know quite a few of them back when I was teaching, but I've been retired for 10 or 12 years now.
Okay. Do you think that small towns like Clifton should change to fit what the world wants it to be like? Like, for example, Nashville?
I was in Nashville for a Steppenwolf concert back in August, yeah. And I'm just not a city person, so you know I'm biased. If you look out the window, that's my river.
What have you noticed about the chains and how they have affected the town in Waynesboro, like places like McDonald's or Cash Shaver taking the businesses? Like,
I'm glad that Waynesboro and Savannah have modernized some in that regard. So, where you can get a McDonald's, you know, not too far away. Same thing like in Savannah. But I don't know that I'm ready for one in Clifton. But that's my opinion.
can you tell us anything about how the Walmart was almost put in Waynesboro?
I do know that most of your business people were against it for the obvious reasons, you know, because it's going to kill their business. You know, if I've got to go to Savannah Walmart to buy tires, let's say, well, while I'm up there, I'm going to get the gas. Why?
It's just easier and cheaper.
It's cheaper, you know, a lot cheaper. Like 10 cents right now. I think it's like 10 cents on the gallon cheaper. Or while I'm up there, I'm going to get groceries. There's no grocery store in Clifton. Got the dollar store, but you know, not real groceries per se. You got canned goods. And anyway, it's my understanding, you know, Waynesboro merchants knew that Walmart would kill them.
I do know why that didn't go through.
Huh.
The guy who owns the factory and he owns both the pigs here in Collinwood or in Collinwood and in Waynesboro, and he blocked off the road to and from where Tractor Supply is now, so they basically couldn't build a Walmart there, so they just left.
Do you know of any abandoned buildings that were used at one time?
Abandoned buildings now? No, but y'all do know that the Presbyterian Church down here was used as a hospital and livery stable during the Civil War, right?
Do you think that small towns should try to fit in with the world or stay the way they are?
I like the charm of the way they are. You know, if I wanted to live in the city, I've got that option. I choose to live here. I plan on being buried here. This is home.
This is where I grew up. I think the present owner fixed it up. I never knew we ever went without. The second floor is hot for sneaking up. And this is where I went to school. Most of the time had better things to do. Criminal record says I've broken twice. I must have done it half a dozen times. I wonder if it's too late. Should I go back and try to graduate? Life's better now than it was back then. If I was them, I